Alright, dear people on YouTube and on Twitch, restart. 68% of all viewers on Twitch voted in favor and asked me to restart the game. 32% were against it. Because our starting position, which we rolled at the beginning of the game, is of course playable, but it would have been a bit of a struggle. And I delegated the decision to Twitch chat, and they made a clear choice, more than a 2/3 majority. I made the user interface a bit bigger. It's now set to medium and not small anymore. It's not the standard size, but it's easier for you to read. We're starting a new game. And I'd say we'll pick the same gentleman as before. We've had really good experiences with him, with General Carados. Oh god, I have to lean back. My screen is just overwhelming me right now. We're playing General Carados. There he is up there. The map settings will stay as they are. Yes. That will remain unchanged. All 4 victory conditions. Oh, I hope this is a different card sheet than before. I think so. Yes. Yes. I'd like to say fingers crossed now, but let's do it without crossing our fingers. Yeah, completely different starting position, totally different. Completely different. And the numerical values are also much easier for you to read, especially when everyone is happy about it on the tablet. That really looks good. Here we can even found several times. If we found here once, 6 spaces away we can found the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pig band. If I were one to the left here, we could fit 2. What is this here? I'll go take a look here to see if there's another spot, but there isn't. Okay, that means we can fit exactly 1 spot here, and where do we establish it? 3, 4, 2 or 4, 3, 2, 2 essences is great. I'd say 4, 3, 2, then the city can get bigger, or we can build once, then we'll have more production. Also zum Start. 4 material at the start is of course cool because you can build units faster, and we have 2 essences everywhere, more food. Just as a reminder, it only means how big the city can get in total with each founding. Every time you cross a new city threshold, you get a small bonus special building that you can construct. And the borders expand a bit, but a 3-tile border should actually be enough, we'll see. The 4-tile material has the advantage that we can just pioneer at a crazy pace, faster than before. And at first we won't expand the city too much anyway, because that's our pioneer pump, here. That's why I'd say with 3, 4, 2, we're actually set up more wisely. What resources do we have nearby? Horses for 1. And there's a clay pit, and that's 2 tiles away. That means if you settle here 3, 4, 2, it's within the borders, and you could immediately build a brickyard to add a material to the city. I think I would build here 3, 4, 2, that's what I would do. Yeah? It doesn't matter if you settle in the middle or not, since both are in the middle anyway. At the moment, we still don't know where the nearest place is for an outpost or for a city. That's why we don't know what's better yet. We'll do 3, 4 or 2 here. And settle. The moment has come. The moment to which all their journeys, all their battles, all their years of study and sword fighting have led. The founding of Calder, the capital of the kingdom of Capitar, now truly begins its history, and the history of Capitar, of the few who now follow them, and the legions who will flock to their banners in the coming days and weeks. Very pretty. And by the way, we can gladly give the city a different name. For example, Molenwiege. Molenwiege fits well in this context. We'll build many pioneers here. Let's see how long making one takes. Also, only 7 turns for militiamen, just 3 turns. I would actually start with 2 quick militiamen, and then we'll see where we send the pioneer. So let's start with a militiaman, another one, and then a pioneer. Then let's see where we move, alright? We still have a movement point. Now the question is, do we go to the right or to the left? Can't we know beforehand which is better? Here we can collect goods, here we can collect wooden crates, there we can collect something. Let's walk up here for a moment. 1 round further. Oh, we still have 1 more movement point. We have to cast a spell. Thanks for the hint in the chat. We'll collect bread. With that we could heal ourselves. We're doing some research. We're moving up. I would quickly get the passive bonus with +1 production per material down here. That means the path through restoration. Now let's cast again. We have 2 essences here, so we can cast 2 spells. First, the spell that you get +2 mana, 1 extra mana per essence. And now you can choose between the spells. More, growth for many fast pioneers or research. We'll actually go for growth first. We can afford it right away. Now we have city +3, city +3, growth +5. In other words, 60% more growth. We have 0 citizens, we have 30. Can we hire the next pioneer again? 1 round further. Alright, now let's take the one up front. First, let's go look for other places where we can settle. Walk along the top. It looks like it's going to get green here. If we're lucky, we can settle up there. That's not ideal. We can also walk back and take a look here. We can also, you know what? We'll do it differently. We'll start with a scout. He can see far and is fast. He can't fight, but I don't care about that. One turn further. Come on. Ah, you can settle up there, okay. Several places, that's relatively far away. We don't want our city there. We need 2 outposts as a connection. That's too far away for founding the first city. We could walk back this way. We'll send the scout to the west. We'll go around to the right here and hope it's not a long mountain range. Yeah, nice areas here. A lost library. This looks nice here. Look, if you were to settle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, also too small for 2 little towns. Already received as a gift 15 times. Technology garden is already here, great. Mining continues. The scout will be there in 1 turn. Now I'm going, oh no guys, look here. It's horseshoe shaped, we can't settle there, we can't run down here. I'm just moving one to the right so I can figure it out. How many cities you can found here? Two, you can found two cities here. One on the left, one below. That's pretty nice. We can gather more research there. If we had started here with the scout, we move over to the left. This looks green here. Maybe he could, yeah, finally a bit of luck. Thank you. By the way, he can attack, but he can't make discoveries like heroes can. But I think he moves through forest just as quickly. Oh, guys, how nice is that? Moving through forest just as fast as through normal territory. Then I would say, let's move the pioneer forward. Then let's do it like this. Both have moved, yes. Here we can found two cities, one down here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly not 2 on essences, but down here it also continues. Oh, how beautiful is that pum. Phew, pum. Damage. Let's dock once. You can really experience a lot. So, and now I want to see both directions. Here is the end, here is the coast. Okay, then let's continue walking down. Oh, yes, yes, that's what a good starting position should look like. That's how it should look. Here we could possibly even found 3 cities. One up here, one in the middle, and one here. Then 6 tiles apart. 1, 2, 3. 4 up to here. 1 down here, 2, 5. 5, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. They'll easily dig several holes. We just need to see where. 1 round further. You can do it anywhere. We just need to make a one-time connection here with 2 outposts over there. Then we can settle up here as much as we want. Unless we run into competitors who are out here in front again. Go on here down below. No, it goes even further there. No. Oh, very nice. We will definitely settle in several places. We can already queue up the next pioneer. Yes, 2 in a row, please. One round further. And here like this, and here I would actually like to go back and receive the militiamen. They can also take loot with them. A spear, that's better than the axe. 7 attack plus 10 accuracy, 8 attack, 4 only, and lost initiative. Yeah, that's better. We've already scouted everything. Then I'd say we keep moving down here. Well, can we get through anywhere else? Yeah. The first pioneer is coming soon. Unfortunately, he's being slowed down by the forest, so walking this way wouldn't be very exciting. I'd like to take him back to the others. Yeah, going through the forest here takes him ages. Wild how much things change from the start. What kind of monster is that? An army of Ophidian. Yes.
Welcome to Elemental. My name is Brad. I'm the designer, and I'm here to walk you through the game. The first question you might have is, where am I?
What's actually pretty funny here is, what is that smell?
Alright, so what's that smell? Well, it's probably these guys. The ground itself still carries the stench of the cataclysm. This whole world is littered with debris left behind by the Titans. What was junk to them has become treasure for you.
Just imagine some other publisher where the head of the publisher with, I don't know, 30 or 50 employees sits down, and for a game he's passionate about, he records the tutorial text himself, and from the way they sound, he even wrote them himself. He often makes his own posts on Steam and writes a lot there, tells stories, does things like that. AARs, after-action reports, and he describes his own impressions from his test games. You can read about what he experienced on Steam, and there's just a lot of love behind these products. That's really, really intense. I have to tell you this real quick. Stardog Entertainment is a company from the United States. They do two things. On one hand, they make office software and other software, and on the other hand, they make strategy games. And they've been doing both for decades now, and they don't have to make games. I don't even know how much money they make from it, but it's just the total passion of the founder. So, and we'll continue with right here. Everyone moves on to the next round. Here we weave our way through. Up there, another city founding again. Here you can connect the borders. Here we can build a whole chain of settlements. Unfortunately, only 2 locations, but 3 and 3 is more than enough. This link looks suspiciously nervous to me, though. And as if little else is coming from there. Here comes our pioneer in one round, the next one, our first pioneer. And then we come through here. And now we're beaming through the city area towards the next spot. He disappears into the city and meets up with the pioneer. Now we have to decide where to build. Guys, how many settlements can we fit in here? Just to recap, it's 6 tiles apart. You can settle with 6 tiles of distance, which means theoretically we could settle here. Just as a reminder, the green, the food, indicates how big the city will get overall, and that doesn't mean... So how many inhabitants live there? That doesn't mean the production strength increases, so only production strength is responsible for that. The second value, the brown value, with the hammers and the boards, that's the production. So how fast you build units, how fast you build buildings, that's only the production value. However, the green value determines how much population you have, how much taxes people pay, and I think the research value also depends on it, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But in any case, the money value and the essences, they're responsible for allowing you to cast spells on it. And it's also important how many essences you have in total, because founding cities usually costs 1 essence point. Yeah. And you can found cities up to 6 spaces away from the next one. And if you want to place them as close as possible, if we were to found a city here, we could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you can place it on a spot like that. 6 up here in front. For example, everything would be without essence. For example, here we could build a strong pure production city with 2 and 5. If we were to build a lot of troops, then you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for an essence city up here in front, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can only found 2 what? Or we skip 5 and build 4. But then we wouldn't have any essence here either, so if we really want at least 1 city with an essence, those are just the ones up here in the front and the ones down here and up here in the front. There's an essence city, but values 3. 3 are moderate. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could build 2 essence cities, 1, 4, 3, 1 up here in the front. 1, 3, 3, 1, but 3, 3 is not that good. I would rather say we build a strong production city, 1, 2, 5 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Here, an extremely large city with 5, 3, 1. Here a city, and here a settlement with production advantages. Let me quickly count to see if that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exactly 2 cities, okay. Then we would have 1 city with an essence and 1 city without. Exactly, the difference is Parkol's under the 3rd one. So once again, one option is 3 cities without essences, but in not so cool places, or 2 spots on essences. 1 here, but this one just isn't that cool, right way. 3, I prefer 1 extremely strong production city here and 1 essence city up front that grows quickly. And here, we can also found the next one here, the 2, 4, another strong production city. 1 that's possible, for example. That's how we do it. The diagonal counts just like straight ahead, so let's build roads there. Oops. And build first up here in the front. Oh, it's hard to get through here. I want to build a detour. Road construction requires no action points. Oh, we forgot to check one thing. If we found a settlement up here, whether we dissolve something and a strong settlement, which it was. This one up front is a weak army, we can disband it. That's not bad, that's also weak, that's average, that's a settlement. But we have that one, it will come later, we can calmly disband it then, and then we'll already have an army to hold our ground. The place is okay, yes, it's okay. They're asking if we have resources nearby. Good point, yes, a wild grain resource, an extra grain for the city. We could even have 6 grain up here in front. The city could become gigantic. And down here in the forest we have something interesting. No, and careful, if we settle here, we have to remember we'll destroy places here. And here you have to successfully complete a battle first. That means the first settler is fine, and with the second settler you can also settle here on the left. On the 2-4 tile. But then we're already messing up a Herkling. We build the militiaman first, the settler comes too early. Take the settler out again and build at least 2 militiamen first. Level up, a level up. And what kind of city did we have again? We had 2 essences and wanted to found a normal city from them, I think. A city with as much as possible. The city status gives us +1 control zone, so we can get closer to everyone else in all directions. That's what we're doing. We're founding a city here. Thank you very much. A fortress would help us. Or did we want to build a pioneer pump here? No, right. How was it again? We're making a normal city. In Bullenwege. How many points do we have here? 3 grains, 4 materials. Okay, it's getting better, but with Hamad we could also do a pioneer pump. That's what we wanted to do. Still, having a city as a base, a capital, a large control zone, then we can get everywhere faster. That's fine. So now, let's move further down here. Wanted to establish something here? On the 2, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and then the army will dissolve at this moment. That's not possible. We have to help first. Who has to fight along? He can't do that yet. He can build the road, but can't found the settlement yet. We'll build the militiamen first. We'll put a settlement down here by a field road, and we could even build the road to the west with that one first. Oh, I sent the scout unit back instead of the general. Mistaken thinking. The general is already there. He can start right away together with the militia. That means we'll get the general. Where is he? Oops, where did the general end up? He's still up front. He's aiming at it. If the militia approaches, bring them to, and the scout can circle left. I made a mistake in my thinking there. He's waiting for the militia to approach. There's our first militia squad. Let's have our first battle. It can move 4 tiles. Once over here. Once over here. Once in here. And once over there. Automatic decision once over there. Millis was killed. That's my ambition, the first one I sent to death. Who wants to follow him? Side note, please, that's my excessive ambition. I'm just a bad person. At least we got so much experience points because I signaled that I'm willing to sacrifice my people. I got so much experience points as a ruler that I'm getting promoted now. I'll promote myself to commander, then the strength of a commander is that there's less unrest in a city where the unit is stationed. We'll make ourselves a commander, or we're stronger in attack. Both are possible. I'll make us a warrior, right? Or a defender. More hit points, more armor proficiency, more defense per level. He definitely has to survive every fight, so I'll make him a defender. That means we need... Yeah, I can't found the city yet. We need at least one more militiaman for now. He himself has no injury. No, he only has 16 hit points, but no one can say I'm not willing to go along. Then we need 2 more militiamen. I think I need to act a bit more cautiously. I just realized the scout could have fought as well. Let's hold out for now. I'd rather move into the city. That's the Pioneer Squad. Now we've drawn with everyone once. And 1 round further. General Karudos Magna reporting in, a competitor. The rapid rise of your kingdom is impressive, but you should know that your power is nothing compared to that of Magna the Great. Our legions are numerous, our weapons strong, our magic powerful. Remain in your place in the world and there will be peace. Forgive me if I am skeptical of the friendship of an empire. He's weaker than us, those are the victory points. We can take a look here. He only has 1 settlement, and we have 1 settlement. He has less population than we do. That can only mean that the second pioneer is already on the way. And for some reason we have more power. Where is he? Where did we meet him? Up here? Where is he from? He must have come from the west, right? Also a pioneer group. He wants to found a city here, guys. He wants to found a city here. He's coming from the west, right under our noses. Oh, now it's getting interesting. Not that it was boring before, but now it's getting interesting. I mean, so now I'm really curious. And he's still using our street. I'll send the scout back for now because we might need him in battle. I forgot a little part in battle. Now it's getting interesting. Now I'm really curious. Where is he going? He's coming over to us, passing by us. We'll set up in the city for now. He'll get to it soon. Should we move on with the engineer? Later, we want to establish a strong outpost for 24 up here in the front. We can also found the city here. We can't do it here because next to it is the center. We can only do that much later, so we're heading back. The scout even had to fight. In the chat, Andre suggests that we declare war on Magna and just go ahead and attack the Pioneer. What do you guys think about that? Or there is the Pioneer. On the other hand, if he founds his own city, we can either take it over or destroy it. So, from a ruler like Magna who greeted us so unfriendly and hostile, is it ethically pragmatic to slaughter a defenseless settler? Or is it Estonian? I'll follow him to see where he's going. Pioneers pulling back. Oh, I wanted to build a road here. One round further. The pioneer is pulling away up ahead. Whoa, is he coming here? He's probably coming from up ahead, right? Why didn't he start here? Probably because he thought there are so many enemies and I don't have any troops with me, and he's looking for a place where he can settle in peace, which he can find up ahead, but that's terribly far away from his homeland, and that's why he'll have huge problems with unrest. They're not dependent on distance, but he can't settle there, and then he might be able to conquer them possibly. That's what happens when war breaks out early in a 4-player game. Basically, you need 2 armies, one to protect your border city and a second army that moves around with the heroes to eliminate beasts and bandits so you can continue to settle. It seems like we're gaining an advantage, but it's actually a disadvantage at first. The question is whether we want to take on this disadvantage without any real need. I actually see it more as a disadvantage. Don't do it. Let's wait and see for now. That's our militia squad. I'd say let's take out the second militiaman, mainly because our hero still has endurance and the hero could also heal. Let's wait until the next militia arrives. We could start building our road here with the pioneer squad. Let's do it. Unfortunately, my bad luck is that we've mostly killed wandering monsters. Two rounds until the militia arrives. Has anything been established here yet? We don't know. The Gloomlings threaten us. They're primitive but not powerless. We want to found the city. We're heading back again. One round we have the militiaman. There he is. I would say that we... Yes, we want to found the city quickly. So, we wanted to found a city on the 531. We wanted to found one here in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 here. If we found it, we have to defeat this army. That's where I'd start. That means that's where we're going. Then I would ignore those who are wandering around here. It's not without risk, but I would do it anyway. Let's save once. Guys. Oh. That must have been from the early access stream. Let's grab our troops. And move forward with them. Go, go. Grabbed the army of Dusterling and people, the army... Scout, militia, militia. And yes, everyone survived, no one took any damage, right? We even got some loot, and we can give the general an update. And I'll give him +3 to the army's health regeneration per season, although it should actually be per turn. Great. Now we can found our city here. An essence is leaving from the scenes we've collected. If I understand the game correctly, we should get one more because we're settling on 1, so it should stay at 10, but it's great that it's at 9. Maybe we just need to enchant them again. And we're building up here in the front a control tower you have. At some point we'll check what it's called. A monument. Zone of control +1. And that means our borders won't just be one tile around anymore, but one more up to here in the front. And then we'll only have one space between us and them. And if we then build a control tower here in Bullenwiga as well, or the second Pioneer control tower, it kept being root system, plus more production, everything's cool, monument, 5 seasons, then they'll be connected already. But I would ignore the unrest. For now I would build a Pioneer. 7 turns. With that we can go down then. Do you remember our opponents, or should we get a militiaman first? Or we can just get the 3rd militiaman first and then go down, then we'll be safe. Is it raining here too right now? Or is it just my imagination? I feel like it's raining in the game. Yeah, sounds calming. Magetto space. Andre and Banda 2. Trophy. I know what. Let's make a 3rd militiaman. He'll go through here quickly. Then we'll be safer in fights and have more confidence. And in battles, if one of us gets wounded, we can leave him behind and keep going with the other. Oh, Magna, his 2nd is still just a settlement, but he has more power. We have to be a bit careful. 1 round further. Let's go. They should call the city Saran. Suggest how the city could be named? Next to wild grain and in the fertile plain? How about wheat green? Then we can easily distinguish them from later ones. I'll call them wheat green. Yes, but that's going to become a city too, here. Looks like it has a palisade, a small one. A bigger palisade than that one. It can only be because there are units inside. I don't know. Come with the decorations. Yes, we still have movement points, the decorations. We move out with everyone. Move here into the camp. Very unusual tracks lead to a small clearing. Something inhuman is here. Darklings defeated, an Arctic wolf cloak, more defense, we'll take that. We'll put it on right away. That's our general in the wolf cloak. Alright, now let's make a few more. We can still grab some loot up front. We found a spider web, some glory, a wolf pelt that we can sell. We can get some loot up here in the front. A potion that restores our mana. We don't need that at the moment. Oh, we still need to do the enchantment in Weisengrin. I would go for growth, 2 growth in the enchanted city. We have +3 mana, that's more than enough. So, and now we can loot down here, attack people, resources, that's it, then we'll take the militia woman with us as well. However, we could be strong up here in the front, we'll avoid that one, resources are too tough. Weak, I dare to take on the weak ones. We'll just wait until we have another militiaman in 2 turns and pick him up then. That's right, he's even wearing the wolf cloak on the map. Very nice detail. Andre saw it, nice. In 1 round, the militiaman joins in. Send some defenders into the city. I find it amazing that we have a palisade here and none over here. I don't know the reason. Our power is slightly greater. And another round ahead.